Joining us on our StreamYard right now is Zeus and Stephanie, and you guys have a really cool YouTube series called Empty Nesters Unite.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Yay! Us!
Why'd you guys decide to dive into because I know a lot of people are starting podcasts and everything. That's the hot thing to do, but you guys decided, nah, man, we're throwing our faces out there. We're doing a YouTube series.
No, it was actually kind of a brainchild of about 4 or 5 years ago, and we just thought, let's do this. Working still full time, but let's get out there and unite a bunch of people that are in the same time of life that we are, and let's just have some fun. And everybody needs to smile again. A lot of stuff going on in the world, and we just thought, let's have some fun and get some friends and unite everybody that are in the same time of life.
And there's a lot of us.
Yeah, it's so interesting because so many people are like, thank God they're gone.
Right.
And other people, like my mother, was curled up in the fetal position, smelling my brother's pillow and sheets, and went into a state of mourning. So I guess you don't really know how you're going to react until the moment hits you.
We did that. I did that. But it's been a while. And, you kind of have to go through those stages because you do miss them. And if you did your job right, they come back and they're the kind of people that you want to be friends with. And so it's been a couple years, and it took me a while to get on board with the whole Empty Nesters Unite thing. And then we just kept meeting more and more people and telling them our ideas. And like, we want to do that. We want to be on your show. We'll watch. And so we're like, you know what?
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
How many kids do you guys have?
We have 2. We have
2.
Our son, who is 30 and married 3 years. And then we have our daughter, who's 28.
Which one was the hardest one to watch move out of the house? Was it the first one or your second one? Because then it was
That's the last one, yeah.
For me, it was the first one, and I would walk by his room, and I would get sad, and then the dog would be on his bed, and then I'd get sad, and then he'd come back.
Yeah.
And then by the time our daughter left, I thought, oh, we're going to have so much fun. I can't wait for her to go. We said goodbye to her. We made it all the way to the freeway, and I just started bawling.
Oh, you almost did it, Stephanie. You almost.
So, what have y'all learned about each other now that y'all have all this time alone?
Well, we're dating a lot more now.
Aw.
Who y'all dating?
We found that there's a lot more rooms in the house that we didn't know existed, which is kind of fun.
Nice.
Hey.
No, don't do it in the kids' room. No.
New room, who this?
Ew, erase.
Yeah. I'm sure our kids will cringe when they hear that, but you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
So we're having a lot of fun. It's been
I liked how you said you're learning about how your relationship is more like friends. Like, I don't think parents ever stop being parents, but what's the relationship like now that you get to hang out with your kid as an adult?
You know what? It's so fun. And we're finding out things that they did that we didn't know about.
Oh,
really?
Like
I
what?
did such and such. And they're finding out things that we did pre-kids that they're like, who are you people?
Yeah.
You get to be yourself again.
I don't know. There's some things I still won't tell Jerry Raz.
No, absolutely not.
No. Some things are never to be told.
They'll be in the vault forever.
Uh-huh.
So did you guys have like a bucket list of things that you wanted to do once you were empty nesters, or did it just kind of happen organically?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. We've had a bucket list that we've been kind of checking off the list, and it's been a lot of travel. I mean, kind of the pillars are fun, friends, travel, giving back. So the travel part's been really fun. We love to travel, so it works out really well. We end up taking another couple with us usually when we head out of town. We've been to several places. We got 40 shows in the can, and we're posting every Wednesday. And
wow,
we're busy.
It's been fun.
Yeah. You know what? We just said we are not letting weeds grow under our feet. We are. There's just no reason. There's nothing to hold us back. So we met a couple this weekend from Florida that we'd never met before. They're going to be on our next show.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're like, we love this.
So which one has been your favorite episode so far to shoot? You guys said you got 40 in the can, but what was the funnest, most memorable one that you guys had?
Well, for me, I wanted to make sure we had the element of giving back. And I didn't want to just make this about us.
Yeah.
So we have a really big heart for veterans. And my favorite episode so far is we did a series with the Orange County homeless vets at this biker bar. And I cried. It was so amazing. So for me, that was the most important to me, that I wasn't prepared for how emotional I was going to get.
It was pretty impressive. I mean, to see what they've been able to accomplish and taking care of these folks that really have had some hard times, and they've done so much for us. And it's just not that hard to just give back and help.
Yeah.
So.
What about yours, Zeus? Same thing?
Yeah, that's been definitely one of the most memorable. We were down at Rancho Las Cruces, this resort down in Mexico, with another couple, and Desi Arnaz, who, I Love Lucy, Desi Arnaz, had a house down there. So 4 of us snuck in and swam in his pool, which was kind of fun.
Ooh. Naughty.
Naughty.
You had some splaining to do.
Exactly. But if you see on the episode, his pool is shaped like a guitar. So it's just really crazy. And then we asked for permission, and it worked out fine. And the owner was like, "No problem."
We asked for forgiveness.
Yeah.
There you go. Way
So
easier.
for people who aren't empty nesters, who maybe, we got young kids, that's so far off in the future.
Yeah.
There's more than you don't have to just be an empty nester to enjoy
No.
your channel.
No, we got a lot of people that aren't empty nesters that we've honorary.
They're in training.
They're in training.
Yeah.
And we want them to look forward to it because it is a transition. And I was going to say the thing about the Mexico trip is we met a couple in a bar 30 years ago, and they went with us on the trip because we met them in Mexico.
In
We're
Mexico.
like, let's reunite 30 years later and see if we can recreate what we did. And that was way before we didn't have kids then.
No.
And what's crazy? It's like with the way times are now, the fact that you guys are both married and so are they. And people you met 30 years ago are still married and going strong. That's really cool.
Yeah, for real.
Possible.
Well, we met in 8th grade, so that was
Really?
yeah. I met her at in junior high and went home and told my parents I met the girl I'm going to marry, and they're like, "Oh yeah, right."
Aww.
Here we are, 34 years later.
Yeah, going into different rooms and everything in the house.
We need a bigger house.
Yeah.
I mean, would you guys be open to one day, somebody stumbles across your channel on YouTube and saying, "Hey, let's put you on TV. Let's do
Absolutely.
this." That is that the goal right there? Is that what we're
Well,
looking
that's the
for?
goal. We want to get together with people we haven't met yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go around the country and just have some fun and do some stops along the way and just get people and just kind of troll and bring people along.
And have some
we
fun.
found out the other day our next door neighbors bought a motorhome, and they're selling their house and they're hitting the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope my
I
husband's
know.
not listening.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
Kelly?
That's what my husband
Yeah,
wants to do.
We-
Well,
See, there's a lot of possibilities with the content that you can do just with other couples and y'all.
Yep.
But I feel like y'all are able to give a lot of advice too for parents who have crazy teenagers that are emotional and
Sure.
unresponsive. So what's some advice that you could give to those parents who are trying to get their kid out of their house?
Struggling.
Yeah.
Trying to get the kid out.
Being on the other side, just relax. I can't tell you how many sleepless nights, tears I spent over my daughter, the whole mother-daughter thing.
Yeah.
She turned out to be so cool. And I had to relax and realize that she wasn't a mini me, that she was her own amazing person.
Yeah.
But it's easy to say relax. But if I could just say relax,
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
It'll all be okay.
Have you had the first moment where your kid says, you were right about so-and-so and so-and-so?
Yeah, we have actually. Yeah, there's been a few times where they've come back and, you don't hear it at the time when it first takes place, but years later, all of a sudden things start coming out. And it's really an interesting dynamic it takes, because you become friends and then a parent. So because they're at that age. So it's just been a great time. It was kind of funny. We, right after Tucker had left, we ended up having a party and we had gotten all our empty nester friends together. We're like, we're going to do this and everything. And then he was at college. And then all of a sudden, Stephanie was at the sink and she looked out the window and goes, "What's he doing here?" It was one of those things. He came back to do his laundry. We're like, "We're having a party."
You're not invited.
Get out of here.